Good day, everybody. This is the Ecclesiarch here, back with some more Horus Heresy Legions, and today we're going to be doing the very first card reveals for the Custodians. Now, without further ado, let's just get into it and discuss their new mechanic, the Exemplar. Now, Exemplar is quite simple. Does something at the start of your turn if you don't control other Custodians. So basically, this is a relentless ability, and it also comes with an extra condition, meaning there has to be only one Custodian at a time on the board. Basically, for you, on your side, obviously, for this to trigger. Now, this on paper looks like a very weak ability because Relentless was already super weak, and now you're also giving it an extra condition, but the abilities that the Exemplar is going to grant the units are actually quite powerful, so I do understand why it's going to be difficult to pull off. Now, it's also lore accurate, to be honest, because to be fair, it's there to emphasize the Custodians being lions who are basically one-man army thing. So yeah, I can totally get behind that. Now, don't forget that this is only about Custodians. So if you have, like, let's say a Custodian on the board and like 5 vehicles, it doesn't matter, or infantry and Rastartes. This is only when you have more than one Custodian on the board. Now, as always, I'm going to have a common, rare, epic, and a legendary to present to you guys. So let's start off with the common, which is going to be the Heton Warden. Now, look at this. It's going to be 4 energy, 4/6 with a front line. So already a pretty good stat line. This is basically the new Lentum Knight. So it's basically the same with the Sentinel. However, it also comes with a catch. Exemplar gains +2 health. So every single turn this thing is going to survive, it's going to keep increasing its health. So unless your opponent just removes it right away, this is going to become tankier and tankier and tankier. So a pretty good frontline unit right there, because Lentum Knights were already a very nice unit that were sometimes utilized by the Custodes players. So I definitely like this common right here. Now, let's take a look at the rare. The rare is the Custodian Prefect, 5 energy, 4/7. So once again, pretty good stats in terms of health, at least, because 5 energy, 7 health is huge. Obviously comes with the Sentinel, has also the first strike, which is pretty good. It's going to help it trade. And with the Exemplar, it becomes a +2. So essentially, it's a 5 energy, 6/7 as long as it can survive. Now, it's a little bit slow, obviously, because 5 energy is already when things start to get a little tricky. But if this thing can basically stick, it can like do very good trades. So obviously it's going to be pretty nice. Now, compared to the Artulon Veterans, for example, it's not that powerful because Artulon Veterans also had Survivor. But the Exemplar, I would say, is a nice touch, because every turn that this thing survives is going to become stronger. So it's probably not going to survive more than 1 turn, I would say, but nevertheless, a 5 energy potential 6/7 is not bad. Now let's take a look at this. The next one is actually pretty cool. The Fire Pike Terminators, 6 energy, 7/7 with Sentinel and Exemplar, deal 3 damage to all enemies. So this is like a soft front line right there. Whenever you drop this unit, the enemy just has to get rid of this, because if they don't get rid of this, this thing is just going to blow you up. Like, the amount of damage this thing can deal is insane, because first it's 3 AoE damage, which means the enemy warlord as well, and then it's going to be 7 damage on top. So a very scary unit that's going to be a huge threat on the battlefield for sure. And finally, we are going to have Herakal Kalaxor, Shield Captain, which is going to be 7 energy, 8/8, so pretty good stats. Once again, nothing too amazing, but pretty good. With Sentinel and Exemplar, your warlord gains +2 attack. Now, please consider, guys, that this is a permanent +2 attack, which means that if this thing just doesn't get removed instantly, the enemy warlord is getting +2, right? Well, not the enemy, I mean from the point of view of the opponent of the Custodes, right? So the warlord is gonna get +2. If it survives 2 turns, that's another +2. So this is going to be an insanely powerful thing if it can stick. Now, how good are the Custodians gonna be? That is going to depend heavily on, once again, as always, as I say, since I'm the first guy to reveal the cards, so I don't really know the other cards. But I would say if they have some ways of supporting troop survivability, like maybe ward or more survivor or precognition or something, this is going to be very, very powerful, because imagine like somebody dropping Heracles Calaxor and it's surviving. That's already such a huge value. So I'm actually excited to see what else they have made for the Custodians. I do like the flavor that they're pushing here, and yeah, so I'm excited to see all the other reveals as well. So thank you for watching, and Ecclesiarch out.